I'm working on a 2013 Ford Edge today, and we're going to do both of the blend air door actuators. They're also called mode actuators. Specifically what these do is they change the air inside your car from hot to cold. The one that I'm going to work on is the one that has the dual zone climate control. The driver's side and passenger side have their own actuator. And I have not done this before, so we're going to go ahead and just do a video and kind of see what we find. I'll show you what kind of tools I have to use, and we'll show you the part numbers here. So these are the part numbers. I think the one on the passenger side is a little bit easier. I was able to see it removing the glove box. This one over here, we're going to have to take apart some trim, I think, to get to it. It's going to be a little bit tight. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. My tripod is broken right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some work, figure some things out, and then I'll do a video kind of showing you what I've had to do these things. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. For the driver's side, first thing you're going to have to do is pull out this little knee bolster panel. It's pretty simple. This is where it goes, and there are two 10 millimeter bolts, one here and one there. So you just pull those things out, and then you'll pull out from the bottom until the clips release, and then kind of put your fingers around the top and pull it out on both sides. Then you've got this little tube you've got to pull out. It's easiest just to pull out this whole assembly instead of trying to take the electrical connector off. Then you'll be able to see your actuator or your little motor down here. You can actually see it without pulling out this panel, but this just kind of gives you some more light and some more room. So there are 4 screws holding it in. You can see the 2 Phillips on the bottom there, and then there are 2 up on top as well. So the tool that I'm going to use to get to those is this little ratcheting 1/4 inch bit wrench. So these things come in super handy. I know for the bottom 2 Phillips this is going to work great. For the top ones, hopefully it'll work. We may have to use like an extension and a ratchet. I really don't think any kind of screwdrivers are going to fit up inside there. The part number for the driver's side is this one, 604239. It comes with little arms, new hardware and everything. I'm just going to try to use the motor itself and not mess with the hardware if I can. So I'm going to get to pulling this thing off, and we'll keep going. Okay, I can't video the whole process down here. It's a little bit too tight, but I wanted to show you. I've already got the bottom 2 screws out, and I'm working on this top one here. So this is kind of the room that you have to work with. You could do this with a ratchet and a socket and a 1/4 inch bit also. But this is the tool that I have that I like. These things are super handy for working up inside the dash like this. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to show you how it's going to look to get to the top 2 screws up inside here. All right, I got this actuator out. It was only held in by 3 screws actually. The 2 that on the bottom that I showed you, and then the one that I was working on in that part of the video. So here's the old one. It's a Denso. There's the new one. The arms just happen to be in pretty much the same spot, which is good. And there's where it came from, up inside there. So it looks like the linkage and everything all stayed in place, which is good. I'm going to see if I can finagle this thing and get it up in there. For the passenger side, we're going to open the glove box and remove it. This is going to be the part number, 604240. We're going to need to come down here and remove these little hinge pin clips. They're little white clips. We've got one here, and we've got one right there. So just stick a screwdriver into them and pull outwards. Oh, there we go. And then do the same thing for the other side. Once you get those out, you can drop the glove box down like this. You're going to push in either side to release those little keepers. And then once it comes down, you'll have to remove a wire or a little rope that goes around this hook here. It goes up inside here. This one looks like it's already been disconnected. So you can get the extra range of motion of the glove box. You can do this job with the glove box in place, but it's just a lot easier to go ahead and pull it out. So I'm going to pull out that last little hinge clip there, and then we'll get going on the next part. Now the glove box is out, we can see the blend air door actuator. Looks very similar to the driver's side. We've got the same kind of linkage style and everything, just slightly different. I can see one screw up here. Looks like the other two are probably down on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and start with these. Looks like there's three. I'm going to pull these three screws out, and we'll take a look at what the linkage looks like with the motor removed. Okay, if you look real careful, you'll be able to see that screw right there. This one I can show you, but the other one on the bottom left, there's no way I can even see it. So I'm just going to have to do that one all by feel. I just kind of again wanted to show you what it's going to look like to have to get this one out. Looks like there's a little bit of room here, so you could use a 1/4 inch ratchet, I think, still in this case, but a little tool like this comes in super handy. Okay, I've got my tool on the screw. I'm going to see if I can get the camera angled so you can at least tell where it is. So there you can kind of see it. The best thing to do is hold up the new motor, and then you can kind of figure out where you need to position your tool. All right, old motor is removed. There you can see the mounting points. Top left we have where that first screw was, and then the two bottom ones down there. There's how the linkage and everything should look, just in case yours comes apart. I'm just going to slide the new motor in and screw it in place. What you may have to do if the cam lever is not in the right position that matches your motor is just move this little cam with your hand. Okay, both new actuators are in. Now I'm going to show you the process to do the reset. So what you're going to do is put the key in the ignition, turn it on, and then we're going to go to down here. You're going to push defrost and power button. Hold that down for 5 seconds and then let them go and push the power button again. If you have everything open still, you'll see the actuators moving, finding their new limits, and that's the reset process. So after that, you're good to go. You can just put everything back together, put the glove box back in, and put that panel on down on the driver's side, and you are all fixed up. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Thanks for watching.